Okay, let's try it again. Can you hear me? Can you see me? All right. So the first question I was asking is, can you hear the audio? Okay. Today is ear training, and we're starting off with no audio. How about that? Happy Saturday. That is how it starts off in Live in the Music Room. Tech issues. I'm going to get me a t-shirt that says it's Saturday. That means tech issues. But anyhow, let me know if you can hear me, okay? Because that's very important. Hopefully you can hear the keyboard, right? Can you hear this? Yes, okay. All right. So, fingers crossed. We'll see how this works out. But let me first start off by welcoming everyone to Live in the Music Room. And if you don't know me, I am Miss Christine. And yes, this is Live in the Music Room, where we come every Saturday. And if not a Saturday, um, Friday, or some other day, to give you music education, okay, for beginners and maybe not so beginners, but we welcome all our music lovers. If you love music, if you love arts education, then this is the place to be. We are slow building our channel, but we are building every week. So thank you for, tuning in. Thank you for giving a like and thumbs up. I say that often, not because I enjoy doing it, is because this social media space that we're in, that's what kind of helps you grow. And so I have to ask you to do me a favor, which is to give the thumbs up. Hopefully that's not too much to ask. So today is our lesson 5, unit 3, and we're going to be talking about ear training. So it's a little bit of like a test, but not really, just to make sure what we know on paper, meaning notation, we could hear it. Okay, so understanding music is not just what we see, but what we hear. And so today is an ear training sort of exercise training challenge, whatever you want to call it. We're going to be working our ears. And today I have my in-ear monitors so that I could really hear the audio. Of course, I just started off with no audio. So, there you go. But let's see who is in the classroom. And happy Saturday! Happy Saturday! Yes, happy Saturday. So here we go, mobile music. Happy Saturday. No audio. Yes, no audio. Could you believe that? Anyway, that's my reality. Look who's in the classroom. South Africa is in the classroom. How you doing, Abdul? It's so good to see you. Yes, it's so good to see you. And those of you who are watching, don't be afraid to say hello. We welcome you. We are a small but loving community here, and we welcome you. Thank you for watching the replay. We get a lot of students watching the replay, so thank you for that. Let me just remind, I know I mentioned this already, but please give a thumbs up and a like, okay? Even if you're already subscribed to the channel, every time we come in on Saturdays, please give a like, a thumbs up, or whatever it is that YouTube is asking us to do these things these days. All right, so let's see, what are we working on today? What are we working on? Let's open up our lesson plan and look at what we're going to be testing our ears, okay? And if you have headphones, go ahead and put your headphones on. This is a particular lesson that you will want some headphones, earbuds, whatever you have, so that you could really hone in on the audio clues, okay? So we're going to review ties and slurs, right? We talked about that last week. And if you weren't in the classroom last week, please watch the replay, okay? Because we talked a great deal about ties and slurs. And I don't want to go too much into it because today's lesson will be tying in, no pun intended, tying in those concepts, huh? I like that. Okay, and we're going to review quarter notes, half notes, and dotted half notes, right? So I'm not going to say too much. If what I'm saying doesn't make any sense to you, please watch the replay. Okay, that's what they're there for. I'll try to do as much of recapping as I can, but I'm going to try every Saturday to move the lessons along. Okay, and then we're going to listen to different samples in a 2/4 time signature as well as a 3/4 time signature. Again, if you don't know what 2/4 time signature or 3/4 time signature really means, then go ahead and review the previous lessons here in Unit 3. And of course, we'll talk about this week's homework. And I'll put up the music, our link to our music store. And we're slowly getting our assignments up there. We're a small school, so it takes us a little time to get all of our resources up there. But while I have the information, go ahead and scan the QR code or visit the website store.contemporaryschoolofthearts.com so that you can get some of these resources. They're absolutely free. There is no gimmick behind this. I don't spam you. I give you the information. You have to give me your email address so that I can send it to you. And then you have it, okay? And if you have questions, you can, email or put something in the post, okay? So that's there for you. And I can't promise how long it'll be free, but it is still free for all of our students. Okay, so please put in the chat. Put in the chat that you are ready to learn. Put it in the chat, ready to learn, ready to learn. Once I see that my students are ready to learn, we are going to kick off our lesson, okay? So who is ready to learn? Come on, put it in the chat, please. Hopefully everything is working. I can't promise, but if you are ready to learn, which every day you should be ready to learn, no matter if you're in the music room with me or living your best life. Every day is a lesson, right? And that's the way I look at life. Okay, so it looks like mobile music is ready to learn. Abdul, are you ready to learn? Okay. Anything new going on musically? What's going on musically? Okay. Abdul is ready to learn. Last time we spoke to Abdul, and we missed you, Abdul. We so missed you. Um, I invited you all to one of the gigs that we had here in New York City. We were out in Brooklyn. Okay. If you're from New York, you guys will know that they have occasional block parties where they take the whole block and the neighbors come out and they cook out and we play music. And we had a jazz band out there. And maybe Abdul or Mobile Music can remind me. I'll go over to our YouTube page and let you sample some of the artists that were out there. And we had this drum lineup. It was really a fantastic celebration. It really, really was. And I think Abdul asked if I would live stream a portion of it, and I did until the internet, tech issues, they follow me, until the internet started to get spotty. All right, so enough about me and what I've been up to. If there's anything new musically that you want to share with me before I start my lesson, I'm happy to hear about it. Anybody's learning any new instruments? Did you go to a concert? Were there any street performers that you admired? Or maybe were there some horrible performers that you saw? Please let me know. This is a community all about sharing and learning. All right, but it looks like everybody is pretty much ready to go. Nothing new going on musically. So we're going to get our lesson together, okay? So as I said before, this is lesson 5 in Unit 3, and today is an ear training lesson, okay? Ear training lesson. So let's start with a review, okay? So this is something that we worked on last Saturday, okay? Last week. And so I want you to fill in the blank, okay? So my header says, what is a tie? Okay, that is the question. What is a tie? And here I have a tie joins two notes of the blank pitch. So you have to tell me what is missing of the blank pitch by a blank line over or under the notes. Okay, this is something we talked about last week. So if you're going, I don't know what she's talking about, go back to last week's lesson. Okay, but I think you know this. Okay, so we're talking about a tie. Okay, and the question is asking, what do I have to put into those blank areas? Okay, a tie joins two notes of the blank pitch. I don't know. What is it? By a blank line. What kind of line? Okay, I know I'm probably giving you way too much information. Okay, over or under the notes. Okay, so let's see if you know the answer. I'll give you a few more seconds. Okay, give you a few more seconds. Okay, let's see. So Mobile Music said of the same pitch by a curved line. Let's see if you are correct, Mobile Music. So a tie joins two notes of the same pitch, right? Notice it down here, by a curved line. Yes, that is exactly what we talked about last week. Let's see. You know, I have to have fun with you. Oh, look at that. Our sound effects are working. Okay. You are absolutely correct. Okay. Job well done. Okay. Let's review some more. So if you didn't know that, that is okay. Okay. That's why we're reviewing. So think of your ties as each note joined by a tie is held for its full value, but only the first note is played or sung. So here we have note C in the treble clef, right? And we're holding this for 2 beats, but notice that it's tied to the other half note, and that's going to be held for another 2 beats. So you're sustaining these 2 tied half notes for a total of 4 beats, okay? So hopefully, I don't know if you can hear this. It's very low in my headset, but you're going to play the C, 1, 2, 1, 2, okay? And so you're holding that as tied notes, okay? Not as a one whole note, but 2 half notes tied together in a 2/4 time signature. And of course, we have our bass clef here, and you should be able to tell me what is the letter name of this space note that's sitting in the 3rd space. Do you remember all cows or A, C, E? So this is note E, and it's tied to another E, which is the same pitch. Okay, but it's a 3/4 time signature. Okay, so we have a dotted half note tied to, it should be, here we have a half note, okay, and then our quarter rest here. Okay, let's see, any questions coming in? Oh, you didn't hear the sound effect. Okay, oh boy, you didn't hear the sound effect. Let's try that again. Did you hear that? No sound effects? Okay, you know, let's try it again. Let me know, Mobile Music, if you heard the sound effect, because I spent so much time working on this. Okay, Abdul said it joins 2 notes of the same pitch by a curved line. Yes, Abdul, that is correct. A tie connects notes of the same pitch. A slur connects notes of a different pitch and indicates legato. Wow, Abdul, you have been paying attention. High five. Okay, Mobile Music is letting me know I also did not hear the keyboard. Interesting. Okay, so we're not going to have the best class if we don't have audio. Okay, let me see something here. Um, this is very, very interesting. You guys can't hear anything, right? Oh boy. Okay, no, no. Oh no, you didn't hear anything. Oh boy. Okay, let's try this. Here. Can you hear this? Okay, let me know if you can hear this chord. Okay, and then I'll wait. Okay, because this is very important. I mean, today's lesson is all around hearing. So if we have no audio, oh my goodness, what's going to happen? Okay, maybe I have to sing every note. And I don't want to do that, even though I love singing. Okay, let's see. Can you hear this? Okay, I'm going to wait because that's important. I didn't hear the keyboard. Okay, Abdul is letting me know you didn't hear anything. Okay, now Abdul, what did you hear? Did you hear the keyboard? Did you hear the sound effect? Let me give a drum roll. No audio. Oh, wow. Okay, I can hear you, right? Okay, you can hear me, but no audio. Oh, my. Okay. All right, we're going to do a little. Okay, hold on. Let me see. What are you saying? No piano and no sound effects. Very interesting. Okay. I can't hear. Okay, you guys cannot hear. All right, that's not good. Give me one moment. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to see what I can do. You can hear me speaking, right? Okay. So that must be it's a setting, and I'm going to try to see if I can rectify this in a moment. Please don't leave. Okay. So what happens when you face adversity, students? Do you give up? No, you don't give up. You keep trying. Okay. Abdul has jokes. Unless you use the guitar. You know, the guitar behind me, there's a story behind the guitar. That is not my guitar. Miss Robin, who you'll meet very soon, plays the guitar, and I have a electric keyboard, not keyboard, drum kit behind me as well. One day I'll give you a little tour of the studio here because there are so many things that we do: DJing, live entertainment, video, photography, a number of things. And so some of the things that you see around in my space doesn't all belong to me. It's shared instruments. Okay, voice now has reverb. I don't know what you mean, mobile music, but I'm showing signal here. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's try. I don't know what you mean, mobile music. Voice now has reverb. Is there an effect on this mic? I'm not too sure. But you said you can hear the keyboard. Can you hear this? I don't know. Can you hear the keyboard? Let's see. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to wait. And the reason why I'm waiting is because to start our lesson, everything revolves around the audio. So I'll have to rely on what you tell me, because what I'm hearing is maybe totally different than what you're hearing. So, yes, you can hear the keyboard. Is that correct? And yes, you can hear the sound effects. Just be a little bit clearer so I could understand what you're saying yes to. Okay, that was just a ding 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 sound effect. Were you able to hear that? Okay, yes, you heard it. Okay, good. And were you able to hear the keyboard? Are you able to hear that? Because it's coming in very, very low. I have some latency with this keyboard. But let me know if you can hear the keyboard. Okay. I'll give you a few seconds. And thank you for your patience. Thank you so much. Live streaming can be quite challenging, but I refuse to give up. It's so easy to give up on things in life, but you cannot do that. Okay, so let's see. I hear the sound effects, the keyboard, and your voice. Okay, good. That is very, very good to hear. So that sounds to me like we can move along. Okay. Thank you, Mobile Music, for being thorough with me. Okay. All right. So now we are back. Okay. We are back. So let's get to it. Okay. All right. So I was explaining for those of you who may not know what a tie is, right? So let me just back up here. So when you see this curved line in music, it may either be below or above, and it's connecting the same pitch, notes that are on the same pitch, okay? So in this case, we have note C. This is middle C and the treble clef and a 2/4 time signature. They are tied together. And then we have a bass clef. Notice the time signature. It is now in a 3/4 time signature, letting us know that every measure is going to equal 3 beats. Okay, and so we have a tied note. And you should know, I was asking, what is the letter name of this note in the bass clef? It's on the 3rd space. And that was in Unit 1, I believe. We talked about the lines and spaces of the bass clef. So let's see if you were paying attention way back then. What is the name of this note that's on the 3rd line? It is a dotted half note. What is the letter name? And we know that in music we have the first 7 letters of the alphabet. Is it A? Is it B? Is it C? Is it D? Is it E? Is it F? Is it G? And then when we get to G, we go back to what? A, right? So your job is to tell me, what is the name of the letter note? What is the name of that note? All cows. Let's see, because I gave you a couple of little tricks so you could remember all cows eat grass, or okay, let's see. Let's see. Things are coming in quickly here. Oh, look here. Hello and welcome. Thank you. So E. All cows eat. Okay, so this is note E. Okay, first space is A, C, E. This is on the 3rd space, G. Okay. Okay. Oh, which note? Which note? Okay, I'm sorry. I was talking about the bass clef. So here is note C. Okay, because this is in the treble clef, right? And we have a space note in the bass clef. All cows eat grass. A, C, E, G. Okay, or the space notes for the treble clef are F, A, C, E. Thank you so much. Okay, and welcome to Live in the Music Room. Are you saying you can't really see, but you think it's E though? Okay, well, look how good your vision is. It is E, okay? And next time I'll try to blow up oh, you can't really see because I'm not sharing the screen. My goodness, thank you. Okay. All right, so many different things are happening at one time. So, yes, I was asking about the third space note in the bass clef, and that is note E. I wrote it here, and then, of course, here is middle C. Okay, and just as another review, each note joined by a tie. Okay, here is our tie. It is held for its full value, but only the first note is played or sung. Ta. Okay, I should hold it. We're holding at 4 beats. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, a total of 4, but it's tied together. So don't think of it like just one whole note. Okay, we're thinking of it like 2 half notes tied together. So the duration of these 2 tied notes would be 4 beats or 4 counts. And the same thing here with our bass clef. The tied note's value is added to the value of the first note. That's why I have 1, 2, 1, 2, because of our time signature. These are just reviews. And if something is not making sense, I'm happy to answer those questions for you. So here we go. A curved line between 2 notes of the same pitch is what we have here, our tie. Okay, let's do another one before we get into our lesson. A slur connects blank or more notes of blank pitches with a curved line over or under the notes. Okay, so I'm trying to get certain key words from you. So I know it seems like, So what is a slur? We talked about this last week. A slur connects blank or more notes. So you have to think, how many notes does a slur connect of the blank pitches with a curved line over or under the notes? Seems tricky, but think about it, and we talked about it last week. There are no pauses, no pause between the notes. Playing or singing smoothly is called blank. Okay? Oh boy, come on students, come on students. Okay, let me see, your name is cutting off. I can't really see your name. Okay. All right, so let me see. The answers are 2 or more of, okay, let's first look at the answer here. So I'll come here. So a slur connects 2 or more notes, good, of different pitches. That's what I was looking for, with a curved line over or under the notes. Playing or singing smoothly is called legato. Legato. All right, let's see what the answers are coming in. Playing or singing smoothly is called legato with a question mark. Oh, I love that. Very, very nice. Let's have some fun with our sound effects, okay? You're absolutely correct. All right, Abdul is coming in here of different pitches. Very, very nice. And Mobile Music is saying 2 varying. Okay, so varying or different, those are acceptable answers. Legato, smoothly is called legato. Legato is the answer I'm looking for. And if you remember last week, I think I practiced singing a little example of a vocal exercise where the notes had to be smooth and connected. Do you remember that from last week? Okay, good, good, good. Okay, so now let's start our ear training. Are you ready? Turn up your ears, put on your headsets, put your earbuds on, close the door, tell everyone you're focused, and let's get to it, okay? Let's get to it. All right, so the instructions for this section 1 is very simple, and I just really want you to understand what 2/4 time signature is going to sound like and maybe even feel like for some of you that are watching today. Okay, so listen to the following examples and 2/4 time signature. Okay, so for those of you who are new and not so new, this is what a quarter note sounds like. So let me make sure my audio is working, because you know I don't always trust everything. So let's listen to the audio clue, okay? Okay, I'm going to play that again, and then you can let me know if you heard that. Listen. Okay, so did you hear the quarter notes? We have two measures. Ta, 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 ta. 1, 2, 1, 2. Did everyone hear the quarter note example? There's a reason why I'm doing this. You can give me a thumbs up. Okay, you can give me a thumbs up. All right. I think we solved our mystery, but you can let me know. Okay, let me know. Did you hear the quarter notes? Yes, yes, yes. I heard it, and it was legato. Oh, be careful, Abdul. Okay. Nothing was smooth and connected. It was just, as played. Ta, 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 right? We didn't have a curve line over those notes, but I'm glad that you heard it. Yes, you did hear it. Okay, wonderful. Okay, this is very, very positive. Okay, this is what quarter notes followed by a quarter rest sound like. Okay, so this is kind of like a review for what I'm getting ready to ask you. Okay, so listen, listen. Good, listen again. One more time, hold on. Okay, so what you heard was this note here, which is what? Note C with a quarter rest, and a note C here and a quarter rest. Okay, so you hear a high note, rest, low note, rest. Okay, I'm not going to get into anything else other than moving along. Okay, now let's listen to the half notes and what they sound like in a 2/4 time signature. You have a half note here, 1, 2, and another half note here, 1, 2. Notice there is no tie here. Okay, we're just going to listen. Okay, very simple. Listen again. Let's see, hold on. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, here we go. Now we're going into section 2. Now, why do we do section 1? So that your ears can start to hear the 2/4 time signature, because that's what we're focusing on right now. Question number 1, or question number, whatever number we're on. Listen and answer the following questions. What is the curve line in measure 1 and 2 called? Okay. And then I want you to answer question 2. What is the curve line in measures 4 through 5, 5 through 6, and 6 through 7 called? Okay. I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Okay. And go. Okay. Let's see if you can tell me, put it in the chat. What is the curve line in measures 1 and 2? We talked about this last week. Okay. Hopefully you're hearing the sound effects. We've got about 10 seconds. 7 seconds. Okay. All right, that's our time. That's our time. Okay. So, first of all, do we know what measures are? Okay, you should remember, okay, measures are what? They organize the music. Okay, and these are bar lines. Okay, the bar lines help organize the music into measures. Okay, so that we have a nice, tidy music in front of us. So, what is the curve line in measures 1 and 2, which is this measure right here? If you did not know that this is measure 1 and this is measure 2. And I tried to give you some clues here. So let's see. If you said slur, give yourself a round of applause, okay? This is a slur, all right? And we talked about a slur, right here, connects 2 or more notes of different pitches with a curved line over or under the notes, okay? And in this case, we have the curved line under the notes. Okay, let's look at question number 2. What is the curve line and measures 4 through 5, 5 through 6, 6 through 7 called? Okay, so now let's look at our measures. Here's measure 3. This is measure 4. Okay, I can put a number 4 here for you. Okay, and so we're looking for what is this curve line and measures 4 through 5, 5 through 6. This is measure 6. And 6 through 7 called. Let's put our measure numbers here. Here's 4, 5, measure 6, and this is measure 7, and of course, this would be measure 8. Okay, and so the answer is a tie. Okay, so if you got a tie, that is correct. Okay, so let's see. For question 2, I think it's a tie. Well, you don't have to think anymore because you are absolutely correct. I love that, okay? High five, high five. All right, we're going to move along. Any questions? Any questions about section 1 and section 2? We're going to move along. Let me just make sure there are no questions. Okay, any questions? Okay, looks like we're okay to move along. If you have questions, please don't be embarrassed to ask. Okay, this is why hopefully you're here to learn, to share, and to grow. Okay, we are all learning together. Okay, the next slide is asking us to listen to the first 2 measures, then write what you hear in the third measure, using the note F, okay? So now let's break this question down. They want us to listen to the first 2 measures. This is measure 1 and this is measure 2. Then you have to write. Now you can't write, but you can put in the chat what you hear. Will you hear a dotted half note, a half note, a quarter note, a whole note, or a quarter rest? I don't know. You have to tell me, okay? You have to tell me with your musical ears, okay? And you can, I love that. You can put that in the chat. Using my musical ears. We all have it, okay? We all have it. All right. So, are you ready to listen? And I'll play it a number of times. Okay, I'll play it a number of times. Here we go. Let's listen. Okay, let's listen to that again because it's tricky. It's tricky. Listen, listen. This is the bass clef here. All note F. Whoops. I'm going to stop it because I started talking. Okay. All the notes are F. Okay. All the notes are F. Here we go. Listen. Okay. One more time. One more time. Okay, what do you think you heard? Do you need me to play that again? I know there's a little bit of a delay. So let me know. Okay, I hear Abdul saying I would use a half note. Okay, all right, so half note. Any other questions? Can ties only have 2 notes? Not necessarily. Okay, and I think I'm going to show you some other music in real time so that you can find all the ties notes. But you typically have 2 notes tied together, 2 or more notes tied together. Okay, quarter note rest. Can we play it again? Absolutely, I can play it again. Here we go. Listen, listen. Gonna play it 2 more times. Listen. One more time. Whoops. Okay, all right. I'm gonna reveal the answer. Okay, so what do we have here? Ta, 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 rest, rest, ta. Let's listen and play. Okay, listen again so you can see and hear it. Here we go, one more time from the beginning. Here we go. Listen. Okay, so let's see what are our questions coming in. I think it's a half note. You thought it was a half note, right? Well, it could sound like a half note, but it was just one beat of sound. Can you hear my note F? I can barely hear it in my headset. All right, so we had ta, 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 rest, rest, ta. Okay, here we go. Let me show you. So you can look at that music, right? Here's our note F, right? So if you have your keyboard, or you can sing with me. Okay, this is too low for me to sing it, but we can sing it on ta. Ta, 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 rest, rest, ta. Okay, so that's what you heard. Listen to it again. All right. Okay, okay. Tricky, tricky, tricky. All right. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, here we go.
Let's go.
Are you ready?
Let's go.
Okay. Listen to the first two measures. Okay, so everybody should know our measures, how we count measures. First two measures are here. Okay, you can think of them like a rectangular box. Then write what you hear, the third measure, using the note F. Okay, so you have to let me know, do you think you're hearing a dotted half note, quarter note, whole note, or quarter rest? Okay, all right, so are you ready? Okay, I'm gonna get my gonna press play right now. Okay, here we go. Listen, I'll play it as many times as you like. Okay. Good. Listen again. Okay, one more time. Okay, what do you think you heard? I'll give you some time. I'll give you some time. First, do you need to hear it again? Do you need to hear it again? Okay, all right, so let's get our answers in. Let's get our answers in. Okay, come on. All right, that's our 30-second time. Come on, what did you hear? Working your ears. Come on. You can do this. You know, my shoulders are jumping. All right, come on, come on. All right, all right. So, who's brave enough to tell us what they think? Don't be afraid. Okay, someone is saying mobile music is half note. Yes, I'm not sure what yes means, but yes. Okay, here we go. It is a half note. Listen, listen, okay? Listen. Okay, listen again. This time I'm going to count those beats. Okay, we have beat 1, beat 2, beat 1, beat 2, and then this half note is sustaining for 2 beats. And then quarter note comes in on beat 1 and then beat 2. Listen, listen. Okay, now I'm going to play it again. Okay, listen again. Okay, so you heard ta, rest, rest. Ta, 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 ta. You probably can clap that, okay? 1, 2, clap with me. Ta, rest, rest. Ta, 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 ta. Okay, let's do that again. 1, 2, follow me. Ta, rest, rest. Ta, 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 ta. Okay, did you get that? All right, let's see. Any questions coming in? Trying to do a lot of things over here. So bear with me. Any questions? Okay. All right. Was that tricky? Was that tricky? Okay, we're going to move on to section 3. Okay, mobile music is saying it's tricky without a beat. So I have to use my brain as a metronome. Oh, that is a good. Okay. So I can learn from this. Maybe giving you the metronome so that you can really hear it, right? So you can hear the clicks. Okay. Thank you, mobile music. In fact, this is why, I'm learning, you're learning, everyone is learning. And this is why I do this. Um, because, give me 1 second. Um, Give me 1 second. See, I think I can do something. I'm going to try something that might help you. Okay, let's see one thing here. Give me one moment, mobile music and our students here. Okay, I think I can help you with this. Um, okay, hold on, hold on. I know you can't see it right now, but I'm gonna do this. Okay. This is why it's real time. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's look at this, right? So we just had this exercise here, right? So I'm going to play it, and you want to hear a metronome, right? So notice here it says metronome counting, metronome on. I'm going to start with the metronome on, okay? And a metronome allows us to keep a nice steady beat. Think of it like a ticking of a clock or your heartbeat, right? You want it nice and steady. Music should be steady. We study Western music here in the United States. And so you want your timing to be nice and steady, unless otherwise notated, right? But in this case, in our lessons, we want to have a nice steady beat. And by having a metronome, it allows us to hear all those beats very accurately. In this case, the 2/4 time signature. So let's take a listen. Listen, listen. Okay, did you hear that? Listen again. That's your metronome. Ta, ta. Okay. All right. Was that helpful? Let me stop it now. Okay. Was that helpful, mobile music? Okay. So, your brain has to hear the metronome. And for next lesson, not next week, but when we do another ear training, I will be more conscientious of bringing in the metronome. I'm juggling a lot. Just learning live streaming. That is not something that I do naturally. But thank you for that. And so, yes, it is a little tricky. Okay. It is a little bit tricky because you know why? We have to open up our ears. It is wonderful to read music, or let's think of it like reading the English language. Well, if you're reading a story, and it's wonderful that you're reading the story, but maybe you don't understand what's going on. Your comprehension skills need improvement. Well, that's like music. You need to open up your ears and understand what you're hearing. It's not just knowing, oh, a quarter note gets one beat, oh, a quarter rest gets one beat, but being able to hear the music, okay? And so that's why I don't want to just do theory, theory, theory all day long with you and not bring in some music components, meaning some ear training components, so that you can apply what you're seeing. Does that make sense? Okay. And so if it seems tricky today, continue coming in. And I don't mean that to like boast, I really mean that genuinely. The more you work on this, the better you will get. Okay. All right. But I applaud you for being honest. Thank you for coming and thank you for sharing. All right. So mobile music is saying, can you keep the metronome going? I don't know that I could keep the metronome going because I would reveal the answers. And the idea is not to show you the answers. So let me see what I can do on the back end, okay? Okay. I love these questions. Do you think we can have the metronome throughout the measures and not just the beginning? Ah, so in other words, are you asking instead of the count in, can you have the metronome throughout the listening exercise? Something like this, I think you're asking. So in other words, you have the count on the metronome on. Let's see. Here's the metronome on. Ta, 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 ta. Do you hear that? Let me play it again. Okay, so there's no, here we go. Right? Does that make sense? Okay. So, oops, let's stop that again. Okay. So, you know what? This is not just me teaching, but I'm learning as well. I'm learning what works for you, and you're telling me these things, so I welcome it. Okay? I am not the kind of person that says, no, I know it all. I really don't. I don't know it all. Okay, so I will try to do that for you. And I love your heart. I'm going to give you another heart too. I love that. I don't know that I can, let me see. I don't know that I can do it because the way I created my slides, right? But for the future, I will make sure that we have the count in. Everyone is saying the count in, and the metronome really allows for you to really hone in on what you're hearing. And so for that much, I do understand, okay? And I'm glad that we're dialoguing about this. Okay, so let's see. Do the best you can, okay? Now that I understand what you need, I can give that to you. I can provide that for you, okay? So we'll do a few more. Is everybody okay following along with me so far? Okay, so now we're going to go into a 3/4 time signature, okay? All right, so now it's the summer's time, okay, even though summer is close, slowly coming to an end, and I don't want it to end. But if you like baseball, here is Take Me Out to the Ball Game, right? Or it could be basketball or anything. We just did the soccer, or AKA football, the World Cup. And so take me out to the ball game. And notice that we're in a 3/4 time signature. So in your own words, put in the chat, what does 3/4 time signature mean? What does that mean? We just did a quick review, so you should be able to kind of drop that in very, very quickly, okay? All right, so what does 3/4 time signature mean in music? Okay, come on, come on, come on. Let me know, let me know. What does it mean in music? Okay, all right. Does it mean that 4 beats in each measure, 2 beats in each measure, 3 beats in each measure? What is a measure? Okay, all right. So the answer that I'm looking for is yes, 3 beats per time or measure, I believe. Okay, 3 beats in each measure. Okay, that is what we're asking or looking for. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And the strong beat on beat 1. Okay, and I also talked about the waltz, right? If you're familiar with, if you watch the show Dancing with the Stars, perhaps, and there's this waltz, right? That's a 3/4 time signature. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You know how I love using my shoulders, right? I put the music in my body. No, I'm not a dancer. Okay, so anyway, I get excited about music. So question number 1 asks us, what is the curve, line, and measure 3 and 4? This time I'm not going to tell you where measure 3 and 4 is. What is it called? That is my question to you. And question 2, what is the curve, line, and measures 7 through 8 called? Okay, and I'm going to put my timer on with my shoulders going. Come on, let's do it, do it, do it. You can do it. Put it in your body and think about those questions. Put it in your, I don't know what I'm saying, I'm just having fun with you. Come on, you can do this. 3/4 time signature. Measures 3 and 4. What is that curve line? 7 and 8. What is that line called? That curved line. I don't know. Can you help me out? Let me know in the chat. Okay? All right. Okay, so I'm looking for my answers. Are they coming in? Mobile Music kindly told me that each measure will have 3 beats or counts and the quarter note will get 1 beat. That's for our 3/4 time signature. And I see slur tie. Okay, so question 1. Let me get my highlighter. So this is measure 1, this is measure 2, here is measure 3. So the first thing you should look at is, well, are the two notes on the same pitch? Are they on let me get my words together. Are they on the same pitch? Well, let's look. This is a line note and it's on the second line. And this is a space note right below the first line. So no, they are not on the same pitch, okay? And so we know that a slur is a curved line of different pitches. Remember we talked about that? So that is a slur, okay? If I have to go back as a review, here a slur connects 2 or more notes of different pitches, okay? And I think someone asked about the tie. Does it have to be 2 notes? No, it could be 3 or more notes, okay? But basically you want to start with 2 notes of the same pitch for our tie. Oh boy, let me get myself together, Christine. Okay, here we are. Where are we? Let me find my slide. I just lost it. Okay, here we are. All right, so now question number 2 is, what is the curved line in measure 7 and 8? 7 and 8 called. So look here, we have a number 5. So this lets us know this is measure 5. This is measure 6. Here's measure 7. And now measure 8. What is this curved line called? And you should already know, we just talked about that. That's a tie because this is on the second line tied to the same note on the second line. And we should know, what is the letter name? This is the treble clef. So the line notes are E, G, B, D, F. So this is the note G. Okay? And if I'm going too fast, you can let me know. Okay? All right, does everyone understand that? Okay, you have a question for question 1. Oh, I understand what you're saying. For question 1 is a slur. Yes, question 1 is a slur. Okay, yes, that is correct. And question 2 is a tie. Okay, and the way we know that is this note here is on a G line. Right, because we know this is a G clef, also known as the treble clef, and this note is slurring down to note D. Okay, all right. Let's see. For measures 7 through 8, does it matter if it's a dotted half note and half note, or it only matters about the notes? That is an excellent question. Okay, it only matters about the note. Okay, and I think I had an example. Where was that example? For the, was it the slur? Let me just go back. That was my tie. Hold on, these are wonderful questions. I think I found it. Let me see. Whoops. Oh no, hold on. I'm looking for the slide that had it. I might not be able to put my hand on it. But to answer your question, no, we're just looking at the notes directly because you can tie to the same notes. Maybe one is a half note and one is a dotted half note. Okay, in terms of ties, now it could be a half note tied to a quarter note, right? But they're on the same pitch. Okay, because you may, if you're composing music or singing or writing or whatever, producing, and you may not want it to be exactly the same length, but you need it tied to that same note that's on the same pitch. Did that answer your question or did I confuse you? Because I definitely don't want to do that. But that is an excellent, excellent question. And I know I have an example of it, but I can't find where my slide is. Okay, so good job there. Good job there. The tie is tied to the same pitch, and the slur is of different pitches. Okay, and that's where we get that beautiful legato. Okay, or ooh of different notes. Okay, all right. All right, I definitely answered your question. Beautiful. Okay, I try. I can't always answer everyone's question, but that one was a beautiful question. I love that. Okay, our last section. Are you with me? Did I lose anyone? Everybody's with me. Okay. All right. No, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for my hard work. I appreciate that. Okay. This one, guess what? Mobile music. Guess what, students in the classroom? This time, you're not going to hear the piano sound. You're going to hear a different instrument, and you're going to hear a metronome, and you're going to hear a count in. How about that? Come on, let me give myself a little clap, clap, clap. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, Lord. Yes. Okay. And you are welcome, by the way. You are so welcome. I really enjoy what I do, okay? I truly do. And I come, just trying to do my best. All right. So everyone listen up. So let's listen. Let's first read the directions here, the instructions. Write the following 2 measure examples using the note A, okay? So here we have note A, okay? And what kind of clef are we looking at? We're looking at the bass clef, okay? And here is note A. It's on the first space. Okay, we talked about the space notes in the bass clef. Let me erase this. Okay, and so you're going to listen to the first 2 measures. The first note is given to you. Okay, that's to help you so it doesn't feel so tricky. Some of you said this is tricky. All right, so the first note is given to you. We're going to start in a 3/4 time signature. Okay, so we're not going to do 2/4. Now we're in 3/4 time signature. Every measure gets 3 beats. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You might hear a dotted half note, right? Okay. But I'm not going to say too much more about it. I think you get the idea, okay? And so I'll be happy to play it multiple times. I'm not going to hear it 1 or 2 times and that's it. This is a place of learning. And so I'm happy to play it as much as you need. Just let me know, okay? Are you ready? I'm going to give like a 1, 2, 3 so you can kind of get yourself ready for listening. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, listen again. 1, 2, 3. Listen. Gonna play it 2 more times. Listen. So you're gonna hear the first note played, and then you have to figure out the rest of them. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm gonna put 30 seconds on the clock. And what did you hear? Give you some time to think about it. 3/4 time signature. What did you hear? 13 seconds. 10 seconds. Put your answer in the chat. 5 seconds. Okay, that's our time. All right. No one put their answer in the chat. Oh no, what happened? All right, let's listen. Let's listen. Here is the answer. Ta, 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 ta. Okay, let me let you hear it. Let me let you hear it. Here's your count in. Good. Listen again. Listen again. One. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ta, 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 ta. Okay, so that was half note and then quarter half note. All right, let's see. Is it a half note for the first measure, then a second? Is it a quarter note and a half note after? That's my guess. Look at these guesses. Wow. Come on and pat yourself on the back. Yes. And you know, it's not easy. First of all, we're live streaming. Number two, everybody has different speakers, right? Headphones or whatever audio device you're listening to me on, right? And so depending on the type of equipment and even internet signal that you have, it may be coming in spotty or it may be coming in very sharp. And what I'm asking you to do is listen. And we know a lot of adults and children, including me, we don't always listen. So this is kind of hard. But you did a great job with your guess, okay? So we have half, quarter, half. Great job. Okay, great job. Okay, yes, just. Okay, all right, so let's move along. Any questions? I don't know what happened to Abdul. He got really quiet on me. All right, so this is wonderful. We only have about 3 more questions, and then I promise I will dismiss class today. Okay, so remember, every note is note A that you're going to hear, okay? All right, so this is our note here. All right, I'm on the piano, so it's going to sound a bit different from the instruments you're hearing. Okay, and I'm going to do the counting. Was that better with you? You heard the metronome and the count-in? I think that's really helpful for you all. Okay, here we go. I'm going to give my count. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, listen. Okay, listen again. 1, 2, 3, listen. Good, I'm going to play it again. 1, 2, 3, listen. Do you need me to play it again? All right, come on, come on. Let me put my timer up. Okay, here we go. Come on. Get your answers in. What did you hear? And if you need me to play it again, no worries. You know I will. Come on. All right, come on. Three, 4 time signature. Okay. All right, that's my studio orchestra. Okay, so let's see what the answer is. No one put their answer in. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 3/4 notes, ta, 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 and then our dotted half note, which gets how many beats? 3 beats. Okay, so now let's listen. Good. Listen again. Okay. Whoops. Let's press play. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. One more time. Listen. Okay. Ta, 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 ta. Okay. Did you get that? All right. Let's see. Okay. Mobile Music said quarter, where are you? Quarter, dotted half. Okay, very nice, Mobile Music. The first measure is 3/4 notes. Everyone can hear that. Ta, 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 right? Those distinct quarter notes. Beats, quarter notes get one beat. 1, 2, 3. That was excellent. And I think the second measure is a dotted half note. Not sure. Look at you. You are sure. Come on and pat yourself on the back. That was excellent. I think can't see our answers right away because the live can delay the time. This is true, yes. So you're correct. It probably is coming in a bit delayed. So thank you for that. Sounds good, ma'am. Okay, Abdul, I didn't know where you were. Come on and give me some answers, okay? And those of you who are watching, come on and chime in. Boom, boom. Did you get that? That's my little dry sense of humor. Chime in. Okay, here we go. Question number 3. Okay, I'm going to give a count. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, listen. 1, 2, 3. Listen. Okay. Okay, you probably hear Alexa telling me someone's at the front door. Okay, this is real time. You know, this is live, live, live. Okay, one more time or 2 more times. Listen, listen. Okay, and I'll play it again. Listen. Okay, okay. All right, let me put some time up on the count, on the clock. Put some time up on the clock and come on and put your answer in the chat. Okay? All right. Put your answer in the chat for me. Come on, Just. Okay, come on, Abdul. Put your answer in the chat for me, please. Yeah. All right. Oh, and I just realized, okay, that's our time. All right. So we were at question number 3, still in a 3/4 time signature. Every note is A. That makes it a little bit easier, right? I'm not asking you to hear different sounds, different pitches, right? You're just hearing note A. Okay, so let's see what the answer is, okay? So we have a quarter note, quarter rest, quarter note, quarter note, quarter rest, and quarter note, okay? So now let's listen to that. Listen. Did you hear that? Okay, so we heard ta, rest, ta, ta, ta. Okay, now when I say rest, that's just so that you know that the sound is silence, right? But in essence, you would hear ta, 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 ta. And you can clap if you're watching, right? So let's clap together. 1, 2, clap with me. Ta, rest. Ta, ta, rest. Ta, right? Let's do it again. 1, 2, clap with me. Ta, rest. Ta, ta, rest. Ta. All right, and we'll let you hear it again. Okay, all right, so let's see what our answers are like today. Okay, come on, Just. Rest, quarter, then for the second measure, quarter, rest, quarter, question mark. You do not need to put a question mark. That is terrific. Okay, let me give you you're absolutely correct, and the ding, ding, ding. All right, no doubt about it. That is correct. Okay, wonderful job. Any questions? Any questions? We are, oh, look at me. I don't know how to count. I have 1, 2, 3, 3. You see that? Look at that. That's supposed to be number 4. That's supposed to be number 4, Miss Christine. That was a typo. Okay, so are we ready for question number 4? Okay, here we go. Let me get my little arrow together so that everyone is on the same page, still in a 3/4 time signature. This is our last question, okay? And I'll give like a 1, 2, 3, and then I'll play it, okay? Because I know there is a sense of delay here, and I'm learning how this all works. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3, listen. Okay, I'm going to play it a couple of more times, okay? Here we go. Listen. A little tricky, but I know you can do it. Listen again. Listen. Okay, one more time. One more time. Okay, and I'll play it an extra one. And I forgot to do my 1, 2, 3, listen. Okay, that's our time. Let me put my time up. Here we go, 30 seconds. Whoops, where did my clock go? And go. Come on. What did you hear? That was a 3/4 time signature. They gave us the first note. We had a quarter note. All the notes were note A. Okay. All right. Come on, put your answers in the chat. Oh, thank you, Studio Orchestra. Okay, here we go. We have to have fun, right? Okay, are you ready? Let's see what the answer was. Oh, look at this. Ta, ta, rest, ta, ta, ta. Okay, let's listen to it together. 2, 3. Wow, did you hear that? Let's listen to it again. 1, 2, 3. Rest, ta, ta, ta. I'll play one more time. Here we go. Then we're going to clap it together. Rest. Good. Okay, let's get our hands ready for clapping. 1, 2, clap with me. Ta, ta, rest. Ta, ta, ta. Okay, now this time I'm not going to say rest. Okay, we're going to just feel that one beat of silence together. Can you do it with me? Here we go. 1, 2, clap with me. Ta, 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 ta. Good. This time I'm not going to say ta. I'm not going to say rest. I'm just going to put the sound in my clapping. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, clap with me. Okay, how did you do? All right, all right. Okay, so let me take my timer off and let's see. Okay, so question number 4, quarter, 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 rest, yes. And for measure 2, I think you think there are 3 quarter notes, but no question mark, exclamation point, high five, just yes. That is correct. Okay, so even though you're not sure, you had that correct. Trust your ears. Trust your ears. Everyone, give me a high five. This was not easy. It was not easy because I'm challenging you to, number 1, listen, and then think about what you're listening to. Okay? And that is not easy. So if for some reason what I was playing, you heard something totally different, don't get discouraged. Please don't get discouraged. This is a part of the learning process. Go back, review it, listen again, and the more you do it, the better you will get at this, okay? It is a skill that you can acquire, okay? Yes, there's something to be said about talent, but it is what you do with the talent, and we all have them. We have multiple talents here, and so do not get discouraged and put your hands up and give up, okay? You keep on trying if you didn't get any of these questions correct. I want to say thank you, okay? I really do mean that from the bottom of my heart. This is a labor of love, okay? And I do mean labor because every time I come here, it seems that something doesn't work. You see it, right? And I could really scream sometimes because I work so hard, and then you turn the computer on and something doesn't work. But I refuse to give up, and I hope the same for you. Let me say my thank yous. Thank you so much for everything. You are so welcome. You really are. And please come back, okay? Come back and give a like and what do I want? A like and subscribe. Please, please, please. Trying to get to 500 subscribers, okay? I'm watching some YouTube people and they're like million subscribers. I'm just asking for 500 subscribers, okay? So that I can continue to grow and share my love of music, my love of arts education. I have so many aspirations for this channel. So we're not going to just do theory and theory alone. We're going to be doing some singing exercises. I'm going to bring in some of my voice students. I'm going to bring in other artists. I'm going to bring in DJs. I'm going to bring in producers. I have film composers, people that do this theory on a whole nother level to film, right? And I'm going to bring in a wealth of talent and resources so that if you should ever desire to pursue music, and I don't care how young or old you are, that you know that is possible, okay? And you don't have to be a celebrity to do it. You just follow your heart. Okay, so thank you for that. So please like and subscribe. It really would, I would greatly appreciate it. All right, and you helped us all a lot. We appreciate your hard work and support. Thank you. It really means a lot because I put a lot of effort in this. And you can see it's not thrown together. A lot of time and effort was put into my lessons. And this is just who I am, okay? I don't do it to, for show. I do it because I care and love. And I want to continue to spread the love of music, arts education, because I believe that that is a part of healing. All right, any questions for me? Any questions for me? Come on, give me the questions. All right, and so yes, let me say a few more things. Next week, let me see, what is next week? Yes, next week I'm going to update the YouTube channel. I'll be back here live in the music room, okay, live in the music room. 10:45 Eastern Standard Time, okay? Because I'm in New York City, and so I'm on the eastern side. We have Eastern Standard Time zone, okay? So if you're whatever part of the world, you can make the adjustment. And I say 10:45-ish because, as you know, every Saturday there seems to be a tech issue, so that will cause me to be delayed. If it's not a Saturday, it'll maybe be a Friday afternoon. I do have gigs. I am a working artist. And so if the opportunity allows me to perform or offer my talents somewhere else, well, then that's where I'll be. But I can commit that I will do my very best to continue to do this for you. Okay, so what are you saying? My ears are a bit bad with rhythms. Okay, so that's why, you continue to come back, Abdul. You don't have to feel discouraged. This is exactly what I was just saying. And even if you didn't know, you can put that in, I don't know, okay? That's engagement. That still helps the channel. All right, any other questions or comments? Let me also share the resources. Now, for today's lesson, I did not put up our resource yet for the school store. Okay, I'm working on that. And so let me see if I can share that with you. Just a minute. Where is it? I think it's here. Okay, yeah. So here is the store, right? Some of you might never have been here before. So this is our school store. It's still a work in progress, right? But here are the music theory basics that I've been putting together, and you can see that they're absolutely free. Now, some of these are from Unit 2. So a person like Abdul who said, oh, his ears are a bit not the best, right, with rhythm, go back, okay? Go back and review. So you can see all of the resources here from the previous units. And then there's some free manuscript here too. So that is all available to you. I am slowly building up this this store, right? And so if you don't see it right away, just know it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Okay. My team is small, you know, and it's like me and someone else and another person, and that's about the extent of the team. But we work very hard, and we want to get these resources out to you. So if there are no further questions, I'm going to say my goodbyes. I'll give you a few more seconds, moments to, you know, make a comment, like, put a thumbs up, and if nothing else, we're going to say our goodbyes. Have a wonderful Saturday, and I hope to see everyone next week. If there are no further questions, continue to put love and music in your heart. Spread the good words about this channel and continue to do your very best in everything that you do. And I'll see you in the next lesson. Have a great, great day. And I'm going to say bye for now. Okay, bye.